It's fitting with all the trimmings of misgivings. I'm thoroughly convinced his parents are siblings. It's fitting with all the trimmings of misgivings. I'm thoroughly convinced his parents are siblings. It's fitting with all the trimmings of misgivings. I'm thoroughly convinced his parents are siblings. It's fitting with all the trimmings of misgivings. I'm thoroughly convinced his parents are siblings. It's fitting with all the trimmings of misgivings. I'm thoroughly convinced his parents are siblings. It's fitting with all the trimmings of misgivings. I'm thoroughly convinced his parents are siblings.
We tried to be bold and run with this, knowing we'll all fold once this gives. Relative is the negative public pole of utterances. Much more of us turning to controlled substances, from hermits with hypodermics to pill popping. The current regime schemes are thrill stopping, just like his business political means are ill-gotten. From focal caucus to Oval Office, but still rotten. Recruited a bunch of punk bandits with scum antics. 45's junk captain has come to brandish. Therefore, no need to officially declare war. Inexplicable fanfare roar, but they ain't doing their tour. New age uncles ready to rumble, I'd like to smother y'all times. Not concerned with the mother of all bombs. Pre-installed qualms, not long ago we were appalled in Nam. Christian fundamentalist enthralled with psalms. We folk are subject to his keystrokes. Internet litter on Twitter, time to revoke. Over the gall of the wall, hard to see hope. No matter how pure you come to this party, you'll leave groped. During his campaign, he blasted the message, content on making asses out of progressives. Arms manufacturers provide the massive and excessive. Commander-in-chief raising the standard of grief, he's passive-aggressive. Abusing for the choosing with a bold lore. Meticulously crafted, the mold's pure. Few see the new key to an old door, and upholds more in the new Cold War. Give it a nod for the facade to whoop Russians. Our administration of good-for-nothings that never stood for something. But North Korea has nuclear push buttons. Do you really think they would be bluffing?
It's fitting with all the trimmings of misgivings. I'm thoroughly convinced his parents are siblings. It's fitting with all the trimmings of misgivings. I'm thoroughly convinced his parents are siblings. It's fitting with all the trimmings of misgivings. I'm thoroughly convinced his parents are siblings. It's fitting with all the trimmings of misgivings. I'm thoroughly convinced his parents are siblings.
Furiously, seriously, we're talking nukes. Then you better stock up on outline chalk for troops, cause this mission is bound to be wrought with flukes. 45's got his feet in his mouth so much he walks on glutes. Can't stand the presence or essence of the 45th. Portly and stiff, duties reportedly amiss. I guess I'll come up as an enemy on his quarterly list. Even slick, tricky dick is sorely missed. His stuffed shirted appointee degenerates brag as national health care benefits lag. Persuasion of marginalization, rhetoric bad. In theory flies a White House Confederate flag. We're trapped, kidnapped, no one to enter ransom. To stop the opera in the center phantom. Thoroughly convinced he's emperor handsome. Disagree with him and here comes the temper tantrum. Even mainstream media gets excluded for criticism. We're on the outside looking in and it's a prism. White House common criminals with 100% recidivism. Attempt to understand at the risk of wisdom. Because his attempt to be logical fails oddly. A tight joust in the White House entails follies. We must disrupt his train of thought and derail trolley. Stuck in the mirror as he inhales Molly. Capitalistic attacking the business narcissist. That's the sole reason why my bars persist. With a burning desire from the start of this, for me to be a White House arsonist. A desperate attempt to rattle the man. Disrupt his Islamophobia and his battle plan. Countries he does business in, not part of the travel ban. Now his appointees got the gavel down.
Our military souls of power who are the splinters. Getting dangerously close to nuclear winters. Real easy to provide proof in the cinders. Even on the outskirts of the roof lingers. Our military souls of power who are the splinters. Getting dangerously close to nuclear winters. Real easy to provide proof in the cinders. Even on the outskirts the roof lingers. It's fitting with all the trimmings of misgivings. I'm thoroughly convinced his parents misgivings. I'm thoroughly convinced his parents are siblings. It's fitting with all the trimmings of misgivings. I'm thoroughly convinced his parents are siblings. It's fitting with all the trimmings of misgivings. I'm thoroughly convinced his parents are siblings. It's fitting with all the trimmings of misgivings. I'm thoroughly convinced his parents are siblings.